Beautiful morning. Really good morning to run 10 miles on the trail here. We are officially 7 weeks out from the Leadville 100. The Leadville 100 is a 100-mile ultramarathon I'm doing in the Rocky Mountains, August 21st and 22nd. I have 30 hours to complete the race, which is the 100-mile feat. So what I've been doing the last couple of weeks is coming out here to the trails. This is called Tejas Camp, which is in the greater Austin area. Elevation doesn't really change too much, but it is technical, so I can work on just running through streams and on rocks and just more technical features rather than just running on a road. So I have my trail shoes on, I have my Ultra Lone Peak 5s, and then we're just going to get out there and do 10 miles this morning. So it's going to be a beautiful one. All right, so we just hit 5 miles, and that will be halfway. We'll turn it around from here. Pace, 8 minutes, 57 seconds, minute per mile pace. Thing with trail running, I will say, trail running is a whole lot more fun than just running on the road. You're not gonna go as fast because you're navigating turns and rocks and, you know, being cautious of turning ankles and stuff like that. It's technical. It is challenging. Your heart rate's going up and down based off the terrain and what you're running through. But I found a gem here. I found this past weekend, did 10 miles during the day, which was a lot harder than running in the morning. You know, it's humid now, but it's not as hot. So we'll go 5 miles back. But man, I love this. I love trail running. You know, running Leadville 100, I know one thing that is gonna hurt me that I can't control is elevation. The elevation and elevation gain in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado is a lot different than Central Texas. But that's one thing that's out of my control. I can't go and just train in Colorado for weeks and months. I have responsibilities. I'm a business owner, so control what you can. Diet, training, mileage, sleep, recovery, and adapt and react appropriately to what you can't control. Elevation. Here we go, last stream. Oh, that felt good. That was nice and cold, baby. Solid 10 miles at a 9:03 minute per mile pace. Look how much mud my shoes collected on that run. It was a wet one. The test of all tests, the shirt. That might be the best one yet. Luckily this time, ooh, that was some mud water. Luckily this time I remembered to bring a towel because last week I didn't bring a towel and I had to drive home in the truck, but ass naked. I didn't get pulled over. I want to take the moment to briefly interrupt this video to let you know this video is sponsored by my good friends at Simply Safe. Simply Safe is 24/7 home security monitoring for less than 50 cents per day and zero contracts, no contracts. If you are looking for a home security system, you want to protect your home, your family, your belongings, Simply Safe is the way to go. Not only do Steph and I use Simply Safe, but also a lot of my friends and family and coworkers. A lot of people at BPN use Simply Safe to protect and monitor their home. It all starts with purchasing a kit on Simply Safe's site. And there's different levels of kits with different things. You have like your base station, which connects to your keypad. There's things like smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, cameras, smart locks, video doorbells, motion detectors, and entry control point detectors as well. So these are some of the things you can get within a kit.
Welcome to Simply Safe. Hold the battery strip on the new keypad and press any button.
Now here's the best part. You can get all this set up in about 30 minutes or less. That's about how long it took me. First thing you're gonna do, plug in your base station. Your base station will prompt you to connect your keypad. And with your keypad, you will set a code. That code arms and disarms your system. After that then, you'll be prompted to connect all your other devices, like your motion detectors, your entry control points, your cameras, all your stuff. And once you do that, you're all set. You're good to go. So if you're looking for a home security system with 24/7 monitoring, less than 50 cents per day, and no contracts, Simply Safe is the way to go. So you can learn more and get started today by going to the link on the screen or the first link in the description box below. Thank you, Simply Safe, for sponsoring this video. So we just released a new flavor of whey protein. That flavor is apple pie, and it is absolutely amazingly delicious. And this is how I've been using it in the mornings. So I'll show you how I make this. This is just apple pie overnight oatmeal, and then I will top it with some of this fresh natural peanut butter that we get at Whole Foods. But let me show you and tell you what's in this stuff. It is super simple. It takes like 3 minutes to make, and I make it the night before. So in this bowl right here, what I do is I add 1 cup of old-fashioned oats, about 1 cup old-fashioned oats. Quick oats don't necessarily work the exact same way, so I do recommend the old-fashioned oats. And then 2 spoonfuls of chia seeds, and then I will add 2 scoops of the apple pie whey protein powder with some almond milk, and I mix that up until it's a nice, even consistency. A little liquidy is fine because overnight it's gonna harden up. And then I will dice up 1 Honey Crisp apple. You can use any apple you want. I love Honey Crisp personally. I'll dice up one of those apples, throw it in the mixture, mix it up, cover it up in saran wrap, put it in the fridge overnight, and when it comes out, like you literally could hold the dish upside down, nothing's coming out. And then what I'm gonna do is just take like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, throw it on top, and that is a nice, quick, easy breakfast. Overnight oats never fails. So the other day, I was sitting at my desk and I was looking at this door and I said, I wanna look at my North Star every single day when I'm sitting at my desk. And I did this on June 30th, 2021. I signed it. It's a permanent marker. And it says, be the #1 sports nutrition brand in the world by bridging the gap between health and performance. So with all the decisions that we're working towards and on, I will always see this on my door from the seat in my desk. So this morning on my 10-mile trail run, I was thinking about this concept that I realized I had to talk about in a video. And It was brewing, it was marinating in my head. And I realized that this has been a pillar that has led me to a lot of my successes and will allow me to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in my life before I die. And I've also realized that the older I get, the more I realize how important this is. As I gain more experience and perspective and I get older, I realize this is one of the most important things you can either implement or change or prioritize in your life to get out of life what you truly want, which is different for everyone. But it is where you expend or consume your time, money, and resources, and what kind of energy that provides. Right? So there's two different scenarios to go to the extremes. Have you ever come across someone in your life who is always negative? They're just not a fun person to be around. They're pessimistic. They think everything's going to fail. They think everyone's out to get them. I have these people in my life. I'm sure a lot of you do as well, where I've come across these people. And generally, the consensus is that these type of people consume the wrong energy, the wrong content, right? Like they're maybe on negative forums online or watching negative news networks and videos and consuming just like this abundance of negative content and surrounding themselves with the wrong people who are consuming the same things they're consuming, and these groups of people kind of just bitch and complain together about everything. The other extreme is where you come across people who are generally fulfilled, passionate, and happy with life. And these people are surrounding themselves with others who feel the exact same way, but they want to gain as much from life as possible and give back just as much to others. They want to expend their energy in places like with their family and friends and social environments, through fitness and powerful, impactful nutrition and making changes and making a difference. Then they're consuming content that feeds them. It's like it's positive energy where it's like, you know, maybe a book or an audiobook they're reading or a podcast, whether that's valuable information or it's just entertainment. And this person, these type of people surround themselves with others who want the same thing. And they're optimistic. They want to see the good come out of certain situations. We as individuals, you and me, we have the responsibility to ultimately choose what content we consume and who we consume it with. And then also where we use and expend that energy. Both can be negative, both can be positive. Someone can't tell you what to watch, what to listen to, where to train, how to eat, how to help your family. That ultimately is our responsibility to choose. And like I said, the older I get, the more I realize that I want to surround myself with and by people who want to make a difference, want to chase their dreams, want to be healthy, want to spread positivity rather than, you know, these pessimistic, negative thoughts. And when I do this, it feeds my life. It truly feeds every part of my life. It makes it just better. So what I'm trying to say is we all have the option to choose what we consume, what energy we consume, what energy we expend. It's an individual responsibility that can change your life and help you accomplish the things that you want to. And I know that's my mindset going into the things that I choose to spend my money on, spend my time on, and my resources. Because I know it's going to have a return, and it's going to be a positive one. With Leadville coming up here shortly. I'm building a little arsenal of running shoes to take out there, so I have a few pairs to rotate between. I've decided the brand I'm going to be running in is Ultra, and I'm trying out a different pair going into next week. So these right here, these are the same ones I currently have, just different color. These are the Lone Peak 5s. Very little cushioning, zero drop. I do love these. Took a little bit of time to get used to. My calves were on fire in the beginning. Achilles was kind of blown up, but now that I'm used to them, I really enjoy them, at least for trail running. This is what I'm trying next. This is the Timp 3. Timp 3 has some more cushioning as opposed to the Lone Peak 5. So I'm going to try these out later this week and next week on the trails, and I'm pretty excited. But I have decided that Ultra is the shoe I'll be running in for Leadville 100.
As you all know, I'm prepping for a 6,200 mile race in the Swiss Alps. So I like to introduce to you some of my gear. I got my headlamp when I'm racing in the dark. I got my poles for moral support. And this is how you use them. And if you want to pan down to my shoes, these are the best shoes in the world. I am ready to go. Swiss Alps, 6,200. I'll see you there.
I want to say thank you to Steph for that beautiful introduction. But I do want to go over some new pieces of equipment that came in for Leadville that I'm going to start using in training to kind of just build up an inventory of equipment going into the race, but also start using during training. So one thing I am going to have is multiple of everything. So like headlamps. I haven't used a headlamp, honestly, for a few years, probably since being in the Army. Had a bunch of headlamps, couldn't find any of them. So I ordered 3 Black Diamond 400 lumen headlamps, because I drop one breaks, one stops working. I need one at a different checkpoint. I'll have 3 headlamps, possibly more. We'll probably just have a bunch. And then I haven't used like trekking poles before, but these will be used and they collapse, and they're adjustable in size, or at least these are. So like I can carry these on my vest that I'll be using. When my vest comes in, I'll show you guys that. They collapse, so essentially you can just hold it like onto your vest on each side, and then when you need to use the poles, you can use them. So they say for Leadville, you roughly need to run, to make the time hack, 60 miles and hike 40 of those miles. We have a lot more stuff coming in. We're taking the whole BPN team to Leadville late August, and it's gonna be awesome. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Trek on. Oh, that felt good. That was nice and cold, baby.